Oh yeah. If Shou-Lao is just pissing you off because it's just crazy power, I really recommend this deck. Okay, I'm going to explain how I'm going to fix Marvel Snap. It's not a broken game, but there's some flaws. Number one flaw, huge glaring issue. Deck slots. Add more deck slots. I want more decks. I'm tired of having to delete a deck. I mean, I screenshot them or I save the text in a note app or something, but I want more deck slots. I don't want to have to copy and paste new deck slots to play new cool decks. Fix it. It's easy. I'll pay fucking real money to do this. I will pay legit, hard-earned, real dollars, not just gold, not tokens, not credits. I will pay real money for more deck slots. That is the only reason. That was the only way I will spend money on this game again. We need to address the season pass issue. This is the best season pass card in a long time, maybe ever. I don't know. I started playing Searcher season. They nerfed him before the month even ended. Captain Falcon, they nerfed him. I think they waited for the month to end and then they nerfed him. But he's busted. I was talking to my friends when I was at trivia the other night, and we were explaining ways we think Shou-Lao can be nerfed, you know, in ways that will not fundamentally break him. So right now, this is how the card is. Here's his text. Give the last character you played +3 for each turn you played 2 or more cards. You know, see that? That right there is insane. It's got great power. I'm thinking the way I want him to be nerfed in a way that isn't too fundamentally game changing would be to change this text right here to say played exactly 2 cards, not 2 or more. You know what I mean? Played exactly 2 cards. Right now, Athena has the exactly 2 cards text because +3 is crazy. You know what I mean? They were aware of that. I don't know what, let me see. What did Athena used to be? Let's check her old stuff. Athena has always been exactly. Her entire history has been exactly because they know it's insane. So why isn't the same logic apply to Shou-Lao? You know what I mean? Why are these 2 cards hampered down by that exactly term while Buff Mushu gets gets 2 or more? That is why I think this card is fundamentally broken. Because think about any deck. Just think if this guy didn't exist. Imagine you played on your turn 4 2 Merlin spells, a freaking Kitty Pryde, and a Forge. Guess what? Your deck, you're losing. You have no power in lanes. You're not getting anything down. If your turn 4 is freaking Iceman, Deafening Chord, Acid Arrow, and a Kitty Pryde, yeah, that might be annoying, but it's usually not game breaking and it's not setting you up to win in a huge way because you don't have that +15 in one lane, +8 in the other lane payoff. And I'm not even mentioning Scarlet Spider. Don't touch Scarlet Spider. It's still a great card. Touch this guy instead. That is what I think the number one fundamental change should be, purely because the 2 or more is insane. If you play bounce decks need the bouncers. They need to work really hard to get those 1 costs to be massive. You don't need to work at all to get this guy, to get your Kitty Pryde to be over 20 power. You know what I mean? You need to constantly be making the right moves, bouncing in the right lanes, you know, using your Toxic, using your Beast in strategic ways in order to play bounce well. You don't need to do that in this deck. That is the problem with this card. Second option, change this word right here, cards. Change it to characters. Spells can't work with it, and I think this would be the Merlin buff that we didn't actually get because Merlin wasn't even nerfed. Merlin going down 1 power means jack shit. Merlin could be a -1 power and it would still be a top 5 card in the game. People would play it. Why was Merlin ever a 2/3? It's now a 2/2. You know, it's dumb. Make it a 2/0. That's my opinion. Or change this to characters. so that way spells don't proc it. You know what I mean? You have to play exactly 2 characters. You can't, spells will not work with this guy, and that would be a huge buff or a huge nerf to the Merlin and him combo. And then they would go their separate decks. They would still be great cards. They would still be 5-star cards, but now they wouldn't be 5-star cards together that synergize with each other. Okay, option number 3, cut it down to +2. You know, make it +2. That all 3 of these options I would be 100% on board with if they did any of these. Yeah, cut it down to +2. They did it to a bunch of cards, you know what I mean? They did it to Surtur. He used to be +3, now he's +2. They did it to Elsa. She used to be +3, now she's +2. If those 2 cards get that treatment, I think this is what the most likely thing is. I think that's what they're gonna do. But it's I would be fine if they did that, but out of the 3, I think out of the options I've listed so far, it's only my 3rd favorite. Next one, cut his power, and if they cut him to a 5/7, I'm gonna be pissed, because cutting Merlin down by 1 did jack shit. If you're gonna cut his power, he needs to be a 5/4, 5/5, something like that. Let's look at the 5 costs. Why does he have more power than Stature? That makes no sense. Why does he have more power than Cersei? His ability is way better than Cersei. Why does he have equal power to Sandman? That's dumb. Why is Claw 5/4 if that's what if that's all they're doing it? Why does he have more power than Lady Deathstrike? That's dumb. Why is he equal to freaking Hydra Man? Hydra Man's ability sucks. I made a whole deck dedicated to Hydra Man. He still sucks. They made Dragon Lord a freaking 5/5. Why can't he be a 5/5? His ability is 10 times better than Dragon Man's. Dragon Lord's. Why the hell is Black Bolt a 5/7? Come on. Stupid. Option number 5 is definitely the one people would hate the most. Outside of changing him to an activate. I don't even want to throw that one out there, but option number 5 is pretty bad. Make him a 6 cost. And then I think he'd be like a 6/10 or something like that. That might kill the card. I mean, it'd still be a really good 6 cost. Like, it would still be better than a lot of 6 costs in the game. Making him a 6 cost or an activate would, is there even a 5 cost activate? I don't think there is. Those 2 would really cut him down. You know, if they really did that, oh god, you know. Second Dinner's getting some freaking death threats in the mail if they already aren't, you know? These are my proposed nerfs for Shou-Lao. I'm free to play. I don't even use them. I just face him a lot. I hope one of them gets implemented. I really hope they just add the exactly 2. That'd be my number 1 option. Okay, thanks for listening to my ramble.